to enjoying your new flooring. Visit Bob and Pete's Floors for happy feet.
You gotta go to Bob and Pete's for happy feet.
Well, here we are in the postseason, ladies and gentlemen, and time now for us to get our Guardians update, so to speak. And we have from the Cleveland Guardians, Bobby DiBiasio is with us this morning. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Pam. Postseason, here we come.
I know. I said to you off the air, it felt like it took forever to get here in these last couple of games.
Well, it was just so odd. You play the same team 6 days in a row, just the quirk of the schedule that because of early season craziness with lockout, et cetera, we would open the season at home with Kansas City. So they threw those games to the back end of the season. I think we're the only team that happened to. And so you sit there with 6 against the same team. You just hope you got through it healthy. Every time Andres Jimenez was hit by a pitch, we're all cringing, It was like 2 or 3 during those 6 games. But everybody's healthy. We're ready to go. We'll have a good workout today. We sit there with a workout at noon. One of the things when you get to play host to postseason games, you get to pick when you do the workouts, and you always do it at the game time. So the bodies of your players can get used to getting up, getting to the ballpark, being on the field at the time that the game would start. Tampa Bay later on this afternoon. And then we get rolling at noon, Friday and Saturday, and 4 o'clock Sunday.
All right. So let's talk about what fans should be looking out for. So, what are the keys to getting through this first series?
Well, first thing fans need to know, if you're lucky enough to have a ticket, 10 a.m. gates opening, and just make sure you get to your seats and enjoy and get loud and rock your red, as we were hoping. That's why I'm wearing red today, and you as well. Rock your red. Yeah. And but Shane Bieber, it's going to be interesting. Tampa likes to use a whole lot of pitchers. That's one of the things. Their starting rotation isn't nearly as strong as ours. We line up, with Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, Cal Quantrill. They're going to use a number of different guys, 3 innings here. And they got a lot of good young arms. But I think you're going to see us be aggressive. Why change now, right? Why not take the extra base, steal bases, put the bat on the ball, make the defense play? And that's what you're going to see out of this team. That really remarkable, Pam. I think there's 2 dates on the calendar that we have to circle. One was April 5, when Jose said yes to the multi-year deal that will keep him in Cleveland for his whole career. That was a game changer, attitude-wise, throughout the whole organization, all 200 athletes, and in the front office as well, and for our fans, obviously. And then I think it was September 5th, somewhere in there, we were tied for first with Minnesota. And I think the White Sox were only 2 games back or something like that on September 4 or 5. And then we go something like 25-4. And all of a sudden, the White Sox are 11 games back at the end of the year, and Minnesota 14. We just took it to them and played incredibly well. And I think our guys will continue that.
And, we look at these games. You were talking about the Kansas City games, being rescheduled. And I remember when these games were rescheduled, everybody's thinking, oh, gosh, is this going to mean something? Those games, is that going to be a problem? And it ended up that they meant absolutely nothing.
Just to keep guys' legs fresh and keep, I just love the way the last couple games went. There was such positive mojo in that dugout, guys smiling, having fun. There's nothing better than that as you head into the postseason, feeling real good about yourself and walking on that field tomorrow with a nice confidence.
So they walk on that field tomorrow, and instead of it being 73 like it is today, it's going to be probably at that time of day, maybe in the upper 40s, low 50s, right?
Well, we'll see. You know how it is up on the lake. We'll get some winds going, and maybe there'll be a different sunshine happening for us. But yeah, that every 10 minutes it changes. Let's hope. Let's just hope it gets to be a halfway decent day. Our guys obviously used to playing in
Yeah, the Florida boys won't like it much.
Yeah,
Will they?
Tampa plays indoors for 81 games, and they're Floridians. So that might be an advantage to us. Yeah.
All right. So you said the gates open at 10. Are there any special things planned for first pitch, that kind of stuff?
Well, we have a young man first pitch that is a really cool story. Peter Knabb. Peter Knabb is a wheelchair-bound young man who is as devoted a fan as there possibly could be. He's actually seen 120 Guardians games. I mean, he's an adult, and he calls hotels on the road and makes sure he gets first floor rooms, and gets the bus schedule for wheelchair accessible buses to get from the hotel to the ballpark.
Wow.
He's been, I think, to every ballpark in the country, and I sit with him, probably every other game. We sit for an inning or two and just chat. He has a little bit of a podcast. Curtis Danberg, very close to Peter as well. And as we were walking through it, we're trying to figure out who should throw out the first pitch. And, we go through a list of names, and, you go to the fan segment. Well, what fan could we have represent for the first? And we're like, Peter should do it. And we brought him on the field yesterday, pregame, and the players, when we told them his story, they all came over because they've recognized him at the ballparks in Seattle and San Diego. I mean, he's gone everywhere. And so that's a really cool story with Peter. Saturday, it's the third winningest manager in franchise history throwing the first pitch, Mr. Mike Hargrove. Dan Polk will, who's the veteran, probably sang the anthem more at our ballpark than anybody is going to sing the anthem for us. So
great.
John Adams, we do that play ball right before, and we're going to have John Adams in a video presentation, beat the drum and say play ball. Unfortunately, he can't be with us in person at the ballpark these days. So we've got some fun happening pregame. 12:07 first pitch by Shane Bieber, and we'll be ready to roll.
Yeah, some special stuff, Bob. Well, hopefully when I talk to you the next time, we're still rolling here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I look forward to that. Let's count on it.
All right. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Pam. Go Guardians.